All right, this is assignment 44. I'm going to do number 11. Find the slope of a line parallel to x is equal to -4. So I drew the line x is equal to -4, and I get this beautiful red vertical line. So in order to know if lines are parallel, I need to know their slope. So if I'm looking at this line here, I chose 2 points on the line, and I'm going to go ahead and find the slope. So my slope is equal to the change in y over the change in x. So in this case here, I'm going to call this point here x2 comma y2, and this one x1 comma y1. And if I come over here, I'm going to say my x2, right, is 2 minus, and my y1 is 0, over my x2 is 4, and my x1 is 4. And that gives me 2 over 0, and that is undefined. Therefore, my parallel slope must be the same. So the parallel slope is equal to undefined. And I'm done. That's it. That's it for that one. And once again, guys, I could just, any vertical line I draw, right, is going to be, in fact, parallel to that other vertical line. And both of them have an undefined slope. All right, let's go ahead and do the next one. All right, so 17. Write an equation of the line perpendicular to y is equal to 4x plus 1, and it passes through the point 12, -6. So very quickly, I plotted the point 12, -6, and I plotted the line y is equal to 4x plus 1. So once again, there's my y-intercept, my slope, right? I went up 4 and over 1. And so connected my dots, and that's what my line basically looks like. And now I need the line perpendicular that passes through that point right there. So in this equation right here, so in order to find a perpendicular slope, I have to find the slope of this line. And it's already given to me in nice, neat slope-intercept form, so I know my slope is equal to 4. Okay? Therefore, I know that my perpendicular slope is equal to -1/4. Because once again, 4 is 4 over 1. Therefore, if I flip that, I get 1/4, and I take the opposite sign. So I have the negative reciprocal of 4 is -1/4. So I'm going to solve this by putting it into slope-intercept form. So I have y is equal to mx plus b. Well, I already know what m is in this equation. My m is -1/4. And I know it passes through the point 12, -6. So all I have to do is make those substitutions. So y is -6. That's equal to -1/4. And then x is 12. And I am solving this equation for b. So if I do that, I get -6, and then -1/4 times 12 gives me -3, and I have plus b, and now I'm set to jet. Let's see here. So now I'm going to add 3 to both sides of this equation, and I end up with that -3 is equal to b. And then I go back and I substitute that back into my equation. So let's do one last thing, and we're going to say y is equal to mx plus b. Well, we know y, and we know our slope here is -1/4, right? Our perpendicular slope is -1/4 x, and then our b is -3. And that's the equation, final equation right there, of the line that passes through this point and is perpendicular. So I know my y-intercept is -3, so let's just quickly plot it. There it is. And I know my slope is -1, so in the x direction I go down 1, and I go over 4. It goes through that point right there. I connect my dots. Oh, look, this one isn't so bad for my, lousy art abilities. Passes through here, right? There's my orange line. And, that gives me a right angle right there. And I'm done. All right, that takes care of number 17. All right, I know you guys are bummed out, but this is the last one I'm going to do for you today. So it's A-44 and I'm doing number 28. So this is number 28. I'll write that here for you, number 28. All right, so in this case here, I want to find the equation of the line that is parallel to this orange line here, and it passes through the point 3,6. So once again, in order to find the equation of a line, I have to find the slope. So I'm going to find the slope of the orange line. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So I know that the slope of the line here, let me get rid of this. The slope of the line here is, going to be the change in y over the change in x, and that's going to give me the change in y going from that point to that point is there. So I get the change in y is equal to a -2 because I'm going down, -2. And then my change in x, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. My change in x here is right there. And let's see if I can squeeze that in. My change in x is equal to 3. So that's a 3. So therefore, my slope is -2/3. And I know my parallel slope has to be identical. So it's also -2/3. All right, and it passes through the point. Passes through the point 3, 6. So let's go ahead and make that happen. So we have y is equal to mx plus b. Well, we know our slope has to be equal to a -2/3. And we know it passes through the point. There's our y, it's 6. There's our x, it's 3. And we're going ahead and we're solving for b. So that gives me -6 is equal to, right, that's 3 over 1. Our 3's cancel. -2 plus b. We add 2 to both sides. We're well on our way. I have to hurry. -4 is equal to b, and our equation becomes y is equal to -2/3 x minus 4. There's our y-intercept, and that is our slope. So let's go ahead and plot it really quickly. So our y-intercept is -4. Our slope is down 2 over 3. Look at that. We did it. And we connect our dots. And you can see it's parallel to the red line, and it passes through the point 3, -6. There we go. Okay? Alrighty. I will see you guys on the flip side.